Welcome to a few days in my life vlogging with only the new iPhone 17 Pro and Insta360 GO Ultra. We're going on a solo date, running some errands, and just having fun testing the features on both of these devices, and I'll share with you exactly how I would use both cameras if they're the only ones I can vlog with. And a huge thank you to Insta360 for sponsoring today's video. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm taking you guys along for a couple of days of vlogging. If you guys have been watching my channel, you know that I've been working with Insta360 on a couple of videos showing the GO Ultra, and I'm still using that. That's what I'm filming with right now. But I also got a new device. I got the iPhone 17 Pro, which is what I'm filming on right here, and I have been in love. I feel like whenever we talk about starting to make content, one of the first things people say is use what you have. It's so true that you can do a lot with your phone, and to be completely honest, in almost all my videos, I'm using some form of clips that are captured on my phone. But I wanted to take you guys along for a couple days of vlogging using these two devices because I think it's a very realistic way of how I do vlog when I'm out and about. Generally, if I'm traveling or if I'm by myself, it's the easiest to take the smallest devices, and you guys know how small the GO Ultra is, but also I'm almost always going to have my phone. So to answer the question I think a lot of people ask all the time is, can't you just use your phone? You definitely can for a lot of things, but there's also things that I think having a designated camera is really important for. So I've been testing out my iPhone over the last few days and also vlogging using the GO Ultra in a way that I naturally would. I do have a couple trips coming up, so this was kind of a nice test drive to see how I could use just these two cameras. So we're gonna get into all that, and I'll show you guys how much fun I've been having using these two. I really have loved the 17 Pro. I was on the fence about getting the Pro model because the base model is one of the best cameras that Apple has come out with for their base phone, but after thinking about it more, I really do enjoy the zoom feature, and it's one of those things that the GO Ultra can't do, so you guys are going to see how that kind of complements each other. And then for the GO Ultra, you guys already know a bit about how it works, but you'll see it in action and all the different angles that I've been able to get with it. So with that said, let's head off to a couple days in my life using both the GO Ultra and iPhone 17 Pro. Of course, it wouldn't be a vlog without a little bit of running because it is my whole personality right now. I've been loving taking the GO Ultra, and the stability has been super reliable for these running clips. I just got back from a little morning run. I never thought I would get to a point that I would be excited about a nice easy run. I said recently that I was going to start a new running plan, but I've kind of changed my mind. I do really like the structure of a plan, don't get me wrong. I know that I would not have stayed on track with running if I didn't have a dedicated plan, but I just feel like I'm enjoying it, I'm having fun, and that's what matters most. I'm gonna finish these electrolytes, which I honestly cannot live without. Throughout the video, I will be showing which camera is which. Just look at the watermark at the top, and you can really see some of the different features like the waterproof and durability for the GO Ultra, and also the crazy zoom for the 17 Pro. I am currently at the Stampede Park, which is actually here all year round. Some of you guys might have remembered I did a video all about the Calgary Stampede, which is a festival that takes place here, but this is also just called the regular Stampede Grounds, or Stampede Park, I guess. And today we are going to a very special event. I am just sitting in the shade to catch up with you guys because it is so freaking hot. Honestly, not expecting it to be so hot, but it is about 27 Celsius today, and I'm just in the shade because I could not keep walking and trying to talk to you guys. So I'm actually going to Cirque du Soleil. I've wanted to go to Cirque du Soleil since literally when I lived in Vancouver, but I just never had the chance, and I don't think I had anybody to go with. So today I decided to go to take myself for a little solo date. I ended up finding a ticket that wasn't too expensive. It can be a little bit pricey. I went to one Cirque du Soleil show in Vegas literally 10 years ago with my mom, and I remember it was amazing. It's honestly kind of crazy how they do some of the things that they do, but I thought it'd be a good chance to also take my cameras. So I've been having so much fun using the zoom feature on my iPhone, but also obviously when I'm outside it's really nice to have my small camera to film. The show starts at 3:30, but the concession and doors open like right now, so I think I'm gonna try to go and get a little drink, get a little snack or something. I did not expect it was gonna be this hot today, but I have no complaints because it feels like summer is extended this year. But at the same time, I just don't know what to wear because I literally thought it was gonna be fall like yesterday. This is the first year they brought the Echo show to Calgary, and I'm so glad that I went. Even as a solo date, it was perfect. It was cool to test both of these cameras in this wide shot because you can really see the GO Ultra's 156-degree field of view, which makes it even wider than the iPhone. Overall, it was such a good show, and I was amazed through it all. It's actually way bigger inside than I thought it was going to be. I don't know what I was expecting because I've never been inside one of these Cirque du Soleil tents before, but the outside area was also super cute. They had a bunch of different concessions. I got myself a souvenir. So I wanted to test the low light, especially with an action camera compared to the iPhone, and I can definitely see the front camera for the iPhone is much better than past models, but the GO Ultra really impressed me with the pure video mode, which is the low light setting. So I did a comparison of what it looks like using the front cam for the 17 Pro and the ultra wide back camera. For the rest of the show, I did rely a bit more on the 17 Pro, especially to get some closer zooms, but I did want to compare how the wider shot looks, so I tried the pure video mode, and I was really surprised by the quality, especially given how dark it was in there. It is the next day and I have a few errands that I need to run today, so I figured I'd take you guys along. First, I do have an appointment that I need to go to, and then after that, I'm actually going to drop off my iPhone. So I finished transferring everything to my new phone, which was really quick, except I did make the mistake when I was transferring it because I chose the phone to phone version, and you can't use your phones when you do that. So lesson learned, because if you choose the Wi-Fi option or the iCloud option, you basically just download stuff in the background. So I don't know who needed to know that, but in case you have a phone that you're transferring soon. So I did all that, and now I'm just gonna pack this up. Apple had sent this trade-in kit, which I'm gonna just set up right now. I've never done this before because I've been bad about trading my phones in, but honestly, if you're gonna get the new one and you have no use for your old phone, it just doesn't really make sense to hold on to it. So let's pack up this phone and hopefully I do it right because I really do need to get it back. I didn't realize we have 15 days after you get the package, so it needs to make it back to Apple within 15 days. That was super fast. I don't know why I haven't traded in my phone before. I feel like that took literally 2 seconds. After the drop-off, I stopped into a coffee shop to get some work done, and this is actually my favorite type of B-roll for using small cameras like the GO Ultra. I didn't need a tripod, and you can put this basically anywhere. I also really love that the action pod detaches, so it's super low profile, and I can still see myself when I have the camera detached. So I actually had a really productive session at the coffee shop, which was very much needed. Just left the coffee shop. They ended up closing a little earlier than I would have liked, so I wrapped up what I mostly needed to do, and I'm gonna head over to pick up a package. It's kind of annoying that I just went to UPS, but this package is with FedEx, so I have to go to FedEx now. While filming with both cameras, I was super impressed by the image quality. When I looked at it side by side, you can really see the Go Ultra was super clear and crisp, even with such a small size. I think it's great that I know I can just pull the footage and I don't have to worry about color grading, which makes it super convenient for vlogging. I just got home and I did end up picking up the package that I was going to get. I'm pretty sure this is actually from Insta360, who are sponsoring this video, as you guys know. They wanted to send over one of the mics that I mentioned in my last Insta360 GO Ultra video. So we get to actually test it today. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So this is the Insta360 Mic Air. This is such a cute little case. The charger that it comes with, and then what the heck? This is so cute. So this is the wind muff. And then here is the app. Oh! Wow, it's so small. So here's actually the device. I think I mentioned this last time, but because this is such a new camera, they still need to make some firmware updates. So I will put whether or not it's released yet on this video at some point, but for the purpose of testing this, I can still connect this with my phone. I can't get over how small this is. I feel like if I was just walking around, I'd be very worried about possibly losing this. But this is what the audio sounds like using the Insta360 Mic Air. I've also clipped it just so you can hear what it sounds like, because I feel like when you place it in a different spot, the audio sounds different. But that's what the audio sounds like using the Mic Air, and then we'll compare what it sounds like without the Mic Air. I've just detached the Mic Air. This is what the audio sounds like using the iPhone 17 Pro microphone that's built in. I'm still using the front camera, so this is what the audio sounds like. But with that said, I am so hungry. I'm gonna get myself a little dinner prepared, and I think I'm gonna do like a ground beef sweet potato situation with cottage cheese. I know some people hate it. Very controversial. I don't know if I like it yet, but I feel like it's good for me or something, or I'm getting protein, which I definitely don't get enough of. If you're on social media, you've likely heard of this bowl. Again, it's still growing on me, but it's just so easy to make that I found myself coming back to it a few times. You can see the Go Ultra has fit into so many little nooks and crannies, and I keep discovering new places as I use the camera more. In addition to the infinite options for mounting, I also love the different accessories like the chest mount or the tripod, which is what I used here to help with some hands-free shooting on the Go Ultra. I hope you enjoyed coming along for a couple days vlogging with the Go Ultra and iPhone 17 Pro. I also do want to take a couple seconds to talk about why I wouldn't use just one camera or the other. To be completely honest, if you guys watch my videos regularly, I'm usually using like 3+ cameras, and it is not necessary. But I've talked to other creators, and a lot of people that are vlogging also mention that they are using clips from their phone, they have their camera, they have other cameras for POV, etc. If you're just starting out, use what you have. But if you're looking to graduate from just using your phone, I think having a camera like the Go Ultra really does unlock those extra creative angles, and also is very discreet, because I think that's one of the biggest things for vlogging, is having something that's not gonna draw a lot of attention. I don't know why I get so anxious and nervous whenever I think people are watching me film myself, and I've been doing this for about 3 years, so I still feel that way. So I do want to mention a few things to consider and the reasons that I use more than one camera. I love my iPhone. The first upload I did to this channel that you're watching currently, in this current era, if you know you know, was filmed with only my phone, which was the 12 Pro, I think, at that point. So a few of these things I think most people know, but I'm just going to reiterate from my own experience after vlogging for a few years. One is the storage. I have the 256 gig, and I still need extra storage because I've been making content for this many years. So it's definitely not a necessity. If you want to be creative with it and you have the time to invest in cleaning up all the files on your phone every day, you can definitely do that, but I would just prefer not to have to worry about that. So most of the times if I'm going to film a clip on my phone, I want to try to keep those to the shorter clips. Also, I am sorry if the lighting starts changing, it's just that time of day. On top of the storage, I will say that there's been times when I'm traveling and I have my phone, I have to remind myself that I need to keep my phone available because this is what I'm using to navigate. I'm using this to communicate. It has so many other functions apart from just filming. So I would hate to use up all my battery and then not be able to use my phone for other functions because I was filming content with it all day. And that is a consideration, especially if you're out for long days. I bring a spare battery, but it's just one of those things I think it reminds you like your phone is still other things apart from just your camera. So those are some of the reasons why I wouldn't just use my phone for all of the clips in my vlogs. But then I also want to chat about the Go Ultra and why, if you have a camera that's designated, why wouldn't I just use this for my whole vlog? Sometimes I just can't be bothered to grab my camera and I don't want to wear it all day either. Sometimes I'm just walking out of a store, I want to get a shot. I have my phone in my hands, I'm gonna film with it instead. Another reason why you would have seen clips from the iPhone is, I've talked about this in my last video, but action cameras like the Go Ultra generally don't have as many focal options. So they have something called an infinity focus, which means almost everything is in focus all the time, which is great for wider establishing shots, but you don't get the chance to do a blurry background effect or a close-up. So for those types of shots, I would not lean on the Go Ultra. The other thing you guys would have seen is the zoom. This does not have much zoom. You can do a 2x zoom, but that's actually cropped in. So the lens is fixed, which means any zoom that's on the camera is just cropping into the image. It's fine, but it's not the same, and you actually can't get super close. So with the iPhone, you do get up to 8x zoom on the Pro model. What I will say is great about expanding to the Go Ultra as the next camera is it addresses a lot of the things that I was just talking about with my iPhone. You do get removable storage, so there's a slot for your micro SD card, which is actually not an option for all cameras like this. Also, I know that this is just for filming, so if it runs out of battery at any point, I can still navigate. I'm not going to use this device to call people or call an Uber. I can just use this with the intention of filming. Apart from that, having the magnetic back and tons of options for mounting make this very versatile. The size of it as well, being able to put this into my bag and get that POV shot or putting it into little spaces. I've yapped more than I thought I would about both of these cameras, but I've had a lot of fun testing out the iPhone and also showing you guys the Go Ultra. If you guys do want to check out the Go Ultra, I'll have my link in the description and my code is Celine at checkout. But with that in mind, let me know what you think about the footage. The sun is gone, so I think that's a wrap on this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure to like this and I'll see you guys in the next one.